All right. Welcome back to the Post Birdie podcast. With me, Jake Gary, Champ Flight, Matthew Payne, two-time winner of Champ Flight this year. Here at Silver Lake, we're at Tommy T's after the round. Tell me about your round today, boys.
Rough start. Kicked it off with the double on one. Didn't really know where the day was going to go from there, and just tried to commit to some swings and make a lot of pars. Made a couple birdies along the way, and a lot more bogeys. Swung it horribly off the tee. Short game bailed me out all day long. Ended up shooting 2 over in a round that I probably should have shot 80.
Amen. What about you, Matthew? How'd you play today?
A little more boring than Jake's round. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like 2 over in, I say these conditions, it was very hot. It was really, really humid. I think that the pace of play it was up against us a little bit. So sort of just tried to stay in there. I was fortunate enough to play with Steve Sullivan, who knows this course probably better than anyone. So I sort of just followed him for the round, and yeah, nothing special. Two over, and excited to battle it out tomorrow.
Let me ask you this. What did you hit off of 11? It had the par 4 with the water in the middle of it. Did you guys lay up or did you guys hit the ball over the pond?
I hit driver. Straight off the toe, nose divey hook that I hopped in the cart and fully planned on dropping short of the water, but somehow, some way, it carried, and it was right smack dab in the middle of the fairway, 130 yards out. I have no idea how it got there, but I was not going to ask any questions, and I was not mad about it.
I was able to bump into Jake on 11, quite fortunately and unfortunately. But yeah, hit it up the right rough. The ball was jumping a lot out of the rough today, so I just caught a massive flyer. I hit a 50-degree from 100 that flew 40 yards over the green onto Jake's hole, and yeah, made a pretty decent 5 all in all. So yeah, I think that's the key in these events is keep doubles off the cards, and you'll be in the mix.
Yeah, I hit 4-iron off that hole, and another guy in the group hit driver, and he was 100 and I was 200. So I definitely played it wrong. I hit 4-iron, 5-iron, and ended up in the bunker left.
I did a little scouting before the round and saw on that hole. It was about a 250 cover for the water, maybe 255. It seemed like laying up with iron off the tee is going to leave you a 200 plus yard shot. So it felt worth the risk to take the driver out and see if you could cover, or even hit it right of the water and just give yourself a shorter iron in.
What did you think of the conditions of the course today?
Yeah, we were all really impressed considering how much play this place gets. Like I said, we were playing with Steve, and I think they had close to 750 golfers out there across both courses. We obviously played it later in the day, but I thought the greens held up really well for a public track, so I was impressed.
Yeah, having to piggyback on the amount of play they get, greens were in pretty good condition. Course overall was in good condition. I was actually impressed by it. I thought it would be a little more beat up, but to be quite honest, it was pretty pure.
Yeah, and the fact we get to play at the other course tomorrow is kind of cool and unique. You know, we get to see something different. So excited for that.
A little shorter tomorrow. I think it's 6,300 tomorrow.
Yeah, there's six par threes, 4 par
but I think a little tougher too.
Yeah,
It's a little quirky. It's quirky over there. So you have to play it once or twice. Last year I shot 82. Today I shot 82.
there you go.
Okay.
Consistent.
Last year I shot 78 over on the south side. So we'll
There you
see
go.
if we shoot 78 again.
Do it again.
Well, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, mate.
Welcome back to the Post Birdie podcast. Griffin Conboy from Champ Flight.
Yes, sir.
How'd you play today?
Not great. I was 10 over today, had 4 double bogeys. Just a lot of tee shots penalized me today. That's all. I mean, just couldn't find the fairways off the tee, and couple that with a couple of missed putts here and there from, 3 feet. You're just, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. So bad course management today, but hoping to get back after it tomorrow.
What did you pull on 11? We talked about that with the last group. The 11 was the the par 4 that was about 400 yards, but it was 200 and
That's right.
200.
Yeah, 200, 200. So I pulled a driver. I hit a kind of like not snap hook, but it was like a diving toe hook, and it got over. I didn't think it was going to get over because it was actually both Jake and I were both like, man, we both hit the same shot. Jake was right side fairway. I was just left side rough. Put it to about 10 feet from the left side rough. Same story as earlier. Couldn't putt the ball today, so just ended up making par, unfortunately, but it was a hard tee shot, honestly. It was one of those ones that made you think a little bit. So
Yeah, I pulled 4-iron.
that was the smart play.
I don't know if it was a smart play. I ended up on the 200 play. I was literally right next to it,
Yeah.
then hit 5-iron into the bunker and made both. So maybe I should have hit one of those diving drivers. They got over.
The diving hook that barely cleared, it's like, I think Mike Tyson had a move like that back in the 80s, but it is what it is.
What'd you think of the course conditions today?
Better than I remember for sure. I mean, I played a few outings at Silver Lake, and it's certainly one of those courses that gets a lot of play. And you think, okay, I got to hammer some of these putts to get them home. And honestly, the greens were rolling a lot better than I remembered. So part of that, attributed to my putting problem. But overall, I thought it was in great shape. And kudos to the course staff and management for keeping great care of it. So it was good.
Well, let's get into your personal life a little bit. What's going on at home?
That's a great question. I just had a baby in February, so we got a 3-month-old named Finn. Don't worry, we're already getting him into the game. He's got some golf week gear on the way. But outside of that, just working every day and trying to find time to practice at night while being a dad in between. So it's certainly been different, but good in a lot of different ways. So I'm enjoying every minute and being a new dad. And outside of that, just living life as best as I can. That's all I can do.
Where'd you play in college?
I played at TCU, and I played a year team, and then club golf for the rest of the way. It was a great experience. Had a lot of fun, and had a lot of new experiences that way. Like just you definitely pushed me outside of my comfort zone. I'd never really played a ton of competitive golf, but definitely made me the person I am today as it comes to like a competitor for golf events. It's a different way to approach the game, and it's a lot of fun. So
Where are you from originally?
originally I'm from the western suburbs of Chicago. Lived in Hinsdale for a while, and then bounced around for my time in Texas. Moved up to Milwaukee for a few years, and then back to Dallas for a few years, and then back up to Chicago. So really love that central corridor. The central time zone is like preferred for me.
There you go. And what do you do for a living?
So I work in food manufacturing. It's family business. It's it's awesome to work for my family. I worked there now about 4 years, and we make wholesome snacks, toaster pastries, cookies, crackers, everything in between, and we make a great product. So if Golf Week ever needs a food supplier, we're right here. We're happy to help out wherever we can.
Yeah, there you go. What do you have going this summer?
Summer, I'm kind of all over the board, really. I got a ton of Golf Week events that, I'm looking at planning. And then outside of that, a couple of different golf trips planned to Sand Valley. One planned to just, a French Lick in southern Indiana.
Are you doing the regional down there or just going down there for a trip?
I was just going down there for the trip. I didn't know there was a regional down there. So
Labor Day weekend.
sounds like I'm going to have to sign up.
A mall from Indianapolis runs it.
Oh, really?
So you'll go down there on Saturday. They have a 1 day at Sultan's Run, and then they play the Donald Ross course on Sunday and Pete Dye course on Monday.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
Labor Day weekend.
definitely going to have to check that out. That sounds like a blast. So I'm glad you told me, because otherwise I wouldn't have known. So yeah, maybe multiple trips planned to French Lick. That sounds like a blast. But outside of that, I mean, we're kind of tied down to home. We just bought a house in Burr Ridge and are moving out to the suburbs of Chicago. So we're trying to enjoy one last summer in the city, and take everything up that's there this summer and live this Chicago summer lifestyle that people talk about.
Yeah, there you go. Well, thanks for joining me. I
Hey, of
appreciate
course,
it.
man. Yeah, it's a pleasure. Yeah, thanks for talking.
Welcome back to the Post Birdie podcast with me, a flight, Dave Vojtovich.
Perfect. There you go. Not an easy one.
No, it's not. I'll screw up Smith. So
Yeah.
Vojtovich is way out there for me.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Thank you.
Tommy T's Tavern.
Here we are. Beautiful place.
How'd you play today?
Okay. I shot an 83. So I'm an 8.5 handicap. That puts me right about where I should be. No big blow up holes. So my usual routine is a bunch of pars and a bunch of triples. I had I contained to only 2 double bogeys today. So that's where I need to work on my game is not the blow up holes.
I had 2 doubles, but I also had a triple. So
Okay.
you did
Yeah.
better than I did.
Yeah.
Tell me this. What did you hit hole on 11? Did you hit driver on 11? It was the par 4 that had the water in the.
Oh yeah, I drove and I did well on that. I cleared the water. So
That seems the popular play.
yeah,
it's
a risk.
I hit 4 iron.
Okay.
I hit 4 iron, 5
Yeah, but then you
iron.
got like 220 left.
Yeah, I had 200. I was right on the 200 plate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well, tell me about yourself. Where'd you grow up?
So this is actually my area, kind of. I'm from Tinley Park originally, which is just one suburb kind of south of here. Now I live even south of that. I live in Monique. But Silver Lake is a course I used to play in high school. So that's where our conference tournaments were.
Oh, very cool.
So this is bringing me back a little bit.
So you played a little high school golf?
Yeah, I did.
What about college?
No, I tried out my junior year. I was not ready to try out my freshman and sophomore year. And I did all right. I would have been kind of middle of the team. And I was a junior by that point already. So the coach is like, you could come to practices with us. But I didn't play long and short. Yeah.
Where'd you go to college?
Champaign, University of Illinois.
Oh, there you go.
So Coach Small is like his program's pretty legendary.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I wasn't going to make that as a junior, but I at least tried out and it was fun.
How long you been doing the golf weekend shorts?
This is my first year. So
very cool.
Yeah, so I'm 44 and my last real competitive golf was high school. And so 25 years in the past. So it's my first time getting back to competitive golf. It's different.
Competitive golf is definitely different.
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
Everything you do counts.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And it takes a couple of rounds to get into the competitive golf because that first round, I remember my first tournament a couple of years ago. It's been probably 6 or 7 years. My goal was not to pick up the entire day.
Sure.
On the very first hole, it was a shotgun start. We were on a par 5. I didn't even get to the green before I picked up.
Yeah.
So it's tough playing tournament golf.
Yeah. Yeah. Every stroke. And for me, what the bigger mental thing for me is 5-foot putts that I would have a lot more confidence like going for them, knowing that if I'm playing, just with my buddies, if I blow it 3 feet by, I'm just going to scoop it up. There's not going to be a conversation about whether it's a gimme, but on a 5-footer, if you blow it 3 feet by, and especially you got a little slippery downhill putt, now you've got yourself in a position where, so I end up missing it short and low, which is, the number one sin in any kind of putt. But yeah. So
this was your home course for your conference championship.
Yeah.
How does the course today compared to the course when you graduated?
From what I remember, the layout's very, very similar. The conditions are great. I was happy with the conditions today. The pace of play is a little slow. That's what I always remembered about Silver Lake, but it's a beautiful layout. And I think the next year is going to be the 100-year anniversary of this course. I think it's 1927. And it, the age really shows in a good way on the maturity of the course. So
it's very old school country club.
Traditional. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Tree lined.
Yeah.
Smaller greens.
Yeah. Yeah. And there were some very challenging pin positions today. The greenskeeper was making sure to keep us all honest. I'll say that.
So what do you have coming up for the summer? Are you going out to TPC Deer Run?
Yep. Yeah, I have that plan. That'll be a fun weekend. So I haven't played Fire Lake or Deer Run. Deer Run's been on my list to play for years and years, and to play it the week after the John Deere Classic is going to be great. And then I've heard kind of horror stories about Fire Lake, that it's a very challenging opening 18 holes. So, that also
Fire,
haven't played that.
Fire Lake is a little quirky. You
Yeah.
almost have to play it once or twice to find some
Yeah.
sight lines.
Yeah.
It's a par 70 course,
Okay.
but it's always in really good condition.
Yeah. Okay.
So it'll be a fun 2-day
Yeah.
trip.
Yep.
Anything else this summer? Playing any regionals?
I don't think so. It'll matter. One is I'll see how I'm hitting, right? So, if I start to actually get competitive in the flight, it'll motivate me to want to fly around. And I did do one Warren at
Yeah.
the Indiana Chicago. That was a really, really fantastic event too. The weather was a little bit hit or miss, but were you there?
I was there.
Yeah, so it was in the rain, a little bit in the rain. But that course was also fantastic. Yeah.
All right, Dave. Thanks a lot. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
absolutely. Thank you very much for having me.
Welcome back to Post Birdie Podcast with me, a flighter, AJ Sadi. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
We're here at Tommy T's having a couple of drinks. What'd
Yeah.
you shoot today?
85.
85.
Yeah.
How'd you find the course?
Well, of course, wasn't such a big challenge. It's just some bad holes that I played. Ended up in the bunkers, and bunkers were kind of challenge for me. Like from one bunker to another bunker, and took me, a pretty big score on my card because of those bunker shots. So anyway, next time I'll try to get ready for the bunkers.
Yeah, stay out of the bunkers, stay on the
Yeah.
greens.
Yeah.
How long you been playing in Golf Week?
I think I started in 2020. Yeah, it's been a while. I think, yeah, during COVID.
How many tournaments have you won?
Oh, I won quite a few in B flight. That's why they moved me last year to A flight. As a matter of fact, last year, 2025, I won the B flight season long race, point race and stuff. So I got a free entry to the national, but with a caveat of going into A flight.
Did you go down to nationals?
Yes.
How'd you play down there?
Not so great. I think I shot first day 86, 85, second, and then about 84 or 83. I don't know. But everything was in 80s.
What do you have planned for the summer? Any regionals?
I am gonna go to TPC there in
TPC Deer Run?
Deer Run.
Yep.
That's the plan so far. So
Very cool.
never played there before. Although in the past I did go to French Lake Resort. Also, last year we went to Ozark.
I did too. I was there also.
Oh yeah.
Going there again this year.
So and B flight I was number 2.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. You remember? I think the guy that won was the director of the Indianapolis chapter.
Amal.
Amal.
He won B flight last
He won
year.
B
Yes,
flight,
I
and
do
I was-
remember that.
Yeah, and I was number 2.
I've got the shirt, and Amal has the same shirt. It's a FootJoy shirt with like a flower on it,
Okay.
and it looks like a weed. So I call it the weed shirt.
Yeah, sure.
And I have won a couple of tournaments wearing the weed shirt. It's kind of like my lucky shirt. And Amal was wearing that shirt down in Big Cedar Lodge last year,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he ended up winning. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, the weed shirt is a winner.
Yeah. No, he shot like 2 birdies last 3 holes, and that's how. Otherwise, I was gonna win. So I parred last, but I was a flight ahead of him. So it wasn't something that I was chasing. But I think I think third or it was a par five. I think was third last hole or that I blew a second shot. I went in the hazard, and then I had to take a drop, and I think that's uh, ended up double bogey probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one more day for Silver Lake.
Yes.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey,
All
Jay,
right.
thanks a lot. I
Hey,
appreciate it.
thank you.
Birdie podcast here again with the pro Bill Prosek.
The pro, yeah.
Day,
Man running the show.
day one
kind
at
of.
Silver Lake.
Yes.
Tell me about the day.
Tough day for a lot of people, except for like it looks like 4 or 5 people. There's some low scores in every flight, but then everybody else is way behind everybody. So there's only a couple people who managed to throw up a good round, it looks like, in every flight. And then the rest is everybody's fighting for second, third, fourth, fifth, unless the leader, has a bad day.
It's hard to put together back-to-back days of good golf.
That is true. That is true.
It's hard for the pros to do it. You see them shoot 63 one day and 68, 69 the next.
Yeah, I was
to
going to
put
say
together two
63
good
one day
rounds.
and 73 the next day. You see that from the pros sometimes. And so, I don't know. The South course, we played the North course today at Silver Lakes, which I think is the easier of the 2 courses, which is why we did it that way. The South course, I think, is a lot more difficult. The North is kind of right in front of you. Most of the holes, you're standing on tee box, you can see the green in front of you, you know where you're going. Somehow the course turns out to be way more difficult than it looks standing on the tee. But the South has got a lot of tricky dog legs. The greens have a lot more slope in them. So if you think the greens had a lot of slope today, which a lot of people said, man, some of those pins were tough, the greens on the South are way tougher. A lot more little tight dog legs. You got to be in the right spot off the tee. And so we'll see. I don't know. That's why it's a 2-day tournament, not a 1-day tournament, right?
How did you play today?
I played okay, except for about a 6 or 7 hole stretch in the middle. I was 1 under through 7, and then I just could not get off the bogey train. I was just for as many times as I've played this golf course, which is probably somewhere between 50 and 100 times, if not more, I was on the wrong side of the hole on so many holes and just couldn't get off the bogey train and got it back a little bit toward the end. So wound up shooting 77, which is not a terrible score for champ. But lead in champ is 71. So I'm a little far back, but anything can happen on day 2. So I'm probably going to need an under par round tomorrow, but I don't know. It's been done before. So we'll see.
Tell me about the South course. You said there's dog legs that are interesting, let's just say.
Yeah. Especially on the back 9. There's really a good stretch like right in the middle. So like 7 is a long par 3 downhill, little water on the left, which comes into play not far off the green. Then 8 is a tricky par 4. You can hit driver, but you got to be really pinpoint. So you're probably better off backing off and just leaving yourself a longer shot in, but over water, tricky green. 9's a par 3, like going to play like 230 for a champ and A flight. 10's a tough par 4. 11 is a drivable par 4, but water all down the right. So if you flare it out, you're going to be in trouble. 12's a par 5, which is not driver off the tee. You got to have maybe 220 off the tee or so just to put it in the right spot because it's like a 90-degree dog leg. So if you can get through that stretch in the middle of the round decently okay, then you're going to be fine. Then the rest of the course is a little bit easier, but there's that middle 6 holes is, I think, where the tournament's going to be won or lost in every flight.
Today we played ball in hand. How do
Yeah.
you think the course played?
I think we probably didn't need to play ball in hand. I did that because we got a lot of rain last night. And kind of wasn't sure what condition the course would be in. So I said, well, let's just play live clean in place and, make it even for everybody. So we actually had a conversation about this at the course. We had about like 15 people there, just happened to be standing around about an hour ago. And we were talking about it. We're like, all right, what should we do? Should we play it down? Should we play live clean in place? And the majority vote was, it's a 2-day tournament. Don't change the rules in the middle of the tournament, which I'm okay with. So we'll do live clean place tomorrow. I don't think we need it because it's not supposed to rain tonight, but we'll do live clean place tomorrow. Same way, just to keep it level for both rounds. Either way, it should be a good day. Good course, good hosts as always. So yeah.
Yeah, the course was in fantastic shape. We definitely didn't need to play live clean place. I did get a couple of mud balls out there, so it was nice to clean it off.
Me too. I had a couple with like just not even a mud ball. I had a couple with just a little dirt spot, and I was like, all right, well, I can clean it, and so that's good. But I agree, we didn't need to, and we definitely don't need to tomorrow, but we will just to keep it level for both rounds.
Well, even on the PGA Tour, they'll play one round live clean in place when they need to, and they'll play the rest of the other 3 rounds with it down. It's not like we have to play it.
Yeah.
Live clean in place tomorrow.
Yeah. I think we'll leave it we'll just leave it. It's fine. There's no harm in playing it up, right? Once if you play it down and somebody gets a mud ball, then somebody says, hey, how come we played it up yesterday and I got a mud ball? So like we'll play it up. That way it's rules are the same for everybody, and that's fine.
Here's the question of the day. What club did you pull on 11?
I laid up. I just hit a 4-iron short. So I hit 4-iron into that hole. I was tempted. I had the driver in my hand, and I almost always hit driver on that hole. But I was looking at my 18 birdies app, and I was like, man, I need about 250, 255, 250 to be clear, 255 or so to be like comfortably safe. And the wind was changing then, because when we played it, like earlier in the day, the wind was going in the other direction. So it would have been helping. And then when we played that hole, it was hurting a little bit. And so I was standing there with the driver in my hand, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not comfortable with this driver. I'm just going to lay up and go from there. And I wanted to make it a bogey anyway, but I did lay up. What did you do?
Same. I hit 4-iron and 5 irons, and my 4-iron was basically on the blue plate.
Okay.
So I had to actually move it off the plate to hit 5-iron in, hit it in the bunker, and didn't get up and down. So I made bogey also.
I mean, 5 is a good score on that hole, regardless. Even if you go for it, like 5 is a good score on that hole because it's still a tough tee shot. A lot of slope in that green, so it's not a bad hole to bogey, regardless. And so I was fine making the bogey, but I did lay up. Yeah, everybody in our group laid up. Nobody went for it actually. 4 champ flighters, everybody laid out.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Looking forward till tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. First 2 day of the season, and 5 people are going to get 900 points. I don't know who, but 5 people are going to pick up some ground in the points race. We'll see what happens.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you very much.
Back on the Post Birdie podcast, champ flighter Luke Baum. One of the most interviewed person on this podcast outside of Bill.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeremy, it's always a pleasure to spend any time with you.
Tell me about your round today.
It was a really up and down round. It felt like I'd make a good swing and follow it up by trying to ruin my own day. And, really, really trying to get back into the thing, watching the leaderboard. I think I was only 3 back at one point, and on 18, I decided to rinse a couple of balls and really kind of, I don't want to say ruin the weekend, but kind of set myself up for a challenge.
There you go. What's the score tomorrow that you need to shoot?
I think it's got to be in that 65, 66 range. I've got to go low. I have to hammer flag 6.
When is the last time you shot 66?
Casually or competitively?
Either.
Casually was yesterday. Competitively was college.
Ooh.
So yeah, all right, yeah. It's
So you have it in you. You just got to get it out of you.
yeah. You know, it's let me put it this way: I welcome the challenge, and even though I'm in a position I'm not happy with, I am thrilled for my friends who played well, who played better than I did. Still, you know, even with a 7 to close, even with a quadruple bogey on the last hole, still happy with the round. Still happy with how I struck it, how I putted it. Just gonna try and put the pieces together.
Well, here's the question of the day.
Huh?
What did you pull on 11?
11.
11 is the one where it goes out
Yes.
and then there's water and it goes back to the left.
So, Jeremy, we played together enough. You see me hit the bunt driver. You know, I'll stand up on the tee. I'll show bunt with a driver. I'm not a long driver. Good drive for me is 265, 270. I'll get 230 if I really just kind of, you know, get one out there. That's why I did 5-iron just short of the green, chipped up, made the par.
Oh, there you go. I went 4-iron, 5-iron in the bunker.
Okay.
Didn't get up and down.
Yeah. Now, hold on, Jeremy. You've been recording these podcasts. You've been interviewing everyone else.
Yeah.
Let me flip the script on you. How was your round?
Marginal at best.
Yeah.
I started out with a duck hook into the trees on one and made double because I couldn't get out of the trees on the first attempt.
That happens.
And then proceeded to make bogey on the next hole.
Mhm.
So all of a sudden I'm DFL and had played 2 holes.
Yep.
Fought back a little and then made another double on the front side. Actually, take that back. I made triple on the front side because on the par 5, I blasted it way right
on number 7.
On 7,
and
then duck hooked it over the road left.
Okay.
So then I dropped another one down and didn't make par from there on the second ball. So that turns out to be an 8.
Yep.
And then played from that point on. I played halfway decent.
Okay.
Ended up shooting 82 today. Shot 82 in this thing last year on the north course and 78 on the backside on the south side. So looking for 78 tomorrow.
What do you think you did well today? What do you want to improve on tomorrow?
Ball striking was not where it needs to be. I only hit probably 7 greens, and I normally I'm usually
you're a ball striker.
I'm an 8-9 green guy.
You're north of that, Jeremy. You're in that 10, 11, 12 range.
Sometimes when I'm playing well.
Yeah.
I've had 3 rounds this year where I've had more than 50% greens hit, but I've also had 3 rounds where I've only hit 4 greens. Now those, let's be fair, in those rounds, one of them was at Thunderhawk where it was below 50.
Yeah, the conditions
and the wind was coming off the lake.
Yep.
Another one was Warren where it rained the first 7 holes probably. So
it must be nice 7 holes. It rained the first 12 for us. So
so we'll see. I got to hit the ball better. I putted pretty well today. I didn't 3-putt at all.
Oh,
and
must be nice.
Yeah,
must be nice.
Made a couple of good putts.
Now, what is your number tomorrow that you're thinking that you need to shoot to get back in
shoot?
to really put some pressure on the leaders?
Yeah, the issue is the person who's leading, I think, shot 74.
Okay.
So I'm 8 back, something like that.
We know golf. We know golf, Jeremy.
Yeah.
If you play well one day, the next day you're not doing as well. Tell me right now, what is the number in your mind that you think if you shoot, you're going to be holding the trophy tomorrow?
155.
Yeah, well, I'm not that good at math. So what does that equate to tomorrow? What is that? 70 something?
Yeah, it's low 70s. So
low 70s.
Yeah, it's 73.
I know you can do it. You know, Silver Lakes is a gettable course if you're playing well. You know, it is a public track. It is a South suburban Chicago track. If you're playing well, you can really make a score. And if you're not playing well, you're going to short side yourself all day and be using a few words that aren't necessarily G-rated.
That is true. Back to you.
Oh God, please don't.
Let's see the inside of your arm here.
Oh,
What
yeah,
you got?
this one? Oh yeah. A little bit of the Chicago tour here. Got 3 of the last 4 years. I'm hoping to add 26 right here. But you know, we got Matty Payne. Well, shout out, we got Bill Persecki. They're both playing some good golf here. I'm gonna have to really buckle down and find a way to get some points coming through the season here. As you're aware, we've got 9 events in the next 12 weeks, starting on the 27th at Pine Meadow. Really hard of the season.
Yeah,
really want
sure.
to play well. The points race this year, regardless of the regionals, which I won one of those. Finally, you know, those are fine, but the real meat of the season is that July through August.
Yeah, we have multiple 2-day tournaments.
Yep.
Starting with this one.
Yeah.
So 900 points tomorrow to somebody.
Well, hopefully you and I are that somebody.
I'd like to be.
Well, we're gonna try.
Now, we talked earlier this year
Mhm.
about the 3 tournament rule in regionals.
Yes.
We've had a clarification from
Yeah,
nationals.
yes, we have.
And I just want to put it out there that it is the first 3 tournaments.
Correct.
So you are now done
Yeah. Yes.
gaining points in the regional.
Yes. And I would just like to say for the viewers that we have, so in the month of March, I played the New Orleans, the Bayou Regional, I think is what it was called, at TBC Louisiana. And I'll tell you this, Jeremy, New Orleans got me that weekend. New Orleans, I enjoyed a time. Well, then the week after that was the Virginia Regional, which I've lived in Virginia. I know all the guys. Lyle Joyner, one of the best directors in the country. He puts on a phenomenal event. Just really didn't have my best stuff. I ended up like 15th in that. Not too upset. Those guys are great players. And Dennis, so our national director, Dennis McCormick, the Tuesday of the Muscle Shoals Regional, the one I ended up winning, he texted me Tuesday morning, and it was nowhere near my radar because last year, very short story long, went down there with a few folks. Tornadoes hit Muscle Shoals. A little bit of PTSD, by the way, whenever the tornado sirens go off, which is, my therapist loves hearing about that. Well, he hit me up on Tuesday. He's like, hey, we don't have a lot of champ guys. Can you get to Alabama this weekend? And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think I can. So I get down there, and it is rock. The course is rock hard, windier than all hell. And I was thinking to myself as I'm driving down there, because it was a 8-hour drive, or about 10-hour drive from here. Like, man, Luke, do you really want to play all 3 of your regionals in the same month when you're playing bad? Because I was playing bad. I was playing worse than bad. I was playing embarrassing golf. Like, oh, okay, cool. Let me compete with the B flight. And that second day, you know, is one of those tournaments, we've all had those, where anything can happen. You know, you might be 3 shots back at one point, or you might be 3 shots ahead. And you're thinking to yourself, man, I can either win this or I'm going to lose by 1 million. And that's what that ended up being. I hit the best 3-wood of my life on the 17th hole, set up a birdie. You know, rest is history. I've got the trophy at home. I've filled it up and emptied it a number of times. Ended up in downtown Nashville that night. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to throw a chair at Morgan Wallen, which was my goal. I told the person I was, you know, hanging out with that weekend, I said, if I win this tournament, we're going to go throw chairs at Morgan Wallen, which anyone who knows country music, they know a little bit of that history. So that didn't happen, but I'm just happy that I've got the trophy at the house. And I'm, like I said, I'm going to Rory 2025 it. I won my major. And I'm going to mail it in the rest of the year. I'm going out to lunch. I'm just here for vibes, folks. If I get the 2026 on the arm, that'd be great. But otherwise, I'm just here for vibes.
Well, thanks for joining me, Luke. Been a
Jeremy,
pleasure.
it's always a pleasure to spend time with you.
Welcome back to the Post Birdie podcast. B flighter Nabil Noah. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Currently in the lead here at Silver Lake. Tell me about your round today.
Put together a pretty good round. The putter was hot today, so that helped a lot. The greens were pretty tricky. I had 3 birdies, hit a couple long ones. So ended up having a pretty good round.
Very nice. What did you end up shooting today?
I shot a 78, 7 over.
78
Yeah,
is a excellent score on this course.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's a tough course. Like I said, the greens are really fast, and they were tricky. So it's trying to be cautious and careful, and not send it past the pin because they're all pretty much back to front slope. So just try to keep it in front of the pin and 2 putt as much as I could.
Nabil, how'd you how many times have you played this course?
This course, maybe 3 times at the most. The first time I played it was last year, same tournament. It was actually my first golf week tournament round, and maybe I played it 1 time after that. But this is one of the few times I played it, so I'm not too familiar with it.
What did you end up shooting last year?
Last year, like I said, first round with the Golf Week Amateur Tour, I came out and shot an 80. It's pretty good for me. I think I
That's
ended up
really good.
in 5th place or something like that. I didn't do too well on day 2, but I shot an 80, so I guess I've had good history on it.
Oh, there you go. What do you have to do tomorrow to bring home the championship?
Oh man, just keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, it's B flight, so anything can happen. I feel like me and everybody else in the field could triple at any time.
Yes, that is a thing.
So that's the thing with the higher flights is that you can easily triple, double, and go 5, 6 over through 2 or 3 holes, and so trying to avoid that. I have maybe one person who's 1 stroke behind me, and then maybe 1 person a couple strokes after that. So anything could happen, but if I just keep it consistent, I feel like going 10 over or something like that could put me in a good spot. We'll see.
Well, let's get a little personal. Where are you from?
I'm from Chicago. Well, live in Chicago currently, but I'm from California. Actually, Sacramento, California. I'm getting ready to move back here in a couple months at the end of the summer to the Bay Area. So I've been in Chicago a couple of years, about 2.5 years, but I live on the north side in Ravenswood right now.
Oh, very cool. Married, kids?
Married, me and my wife. Just us 2, no kids yet. We'll see what happens down the line. But we moved out here together. We're both from Northern California, and just us 2, and we've been having a good time out here in Chicago.
Oh, very cool. But what do you do for work?
I work in sales, financial services. Basically I sell technology, managed services to hedge funds, asset managers, and things like that. So I work remotely. Companies based out of New York. I've been doing that for a couple years now.
Very nice. And you said you joined Golf Week a year ago this weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
How many tournaments have you won?
None. My best round was that first round that I played where I, shot an 80. So I haven't done too well since then, but I've had a lot of fun in the tournaments. Tournament golf is a lot more fun, really makes you approach the game a little bit differently, play a little bit smarter, and puts more thought into each shot. So I've enjoyed it. I think it's made me a little bit of a better golfer, and it's a good time. And still chasing that first win, but I'm in a good spot now, so we'll see what happens.
What's the plan for the summer? Are you playing any of the regionals?
No, I don't have any plans for the regionals. If I can pull out a win tomorrow, I might get a little excited and feel like I can go out there and win a regional. So who knows? I have a bit of a busy schedule for the rest of the summer, but I'm gonna try to squeeze in as many rounds as I can because it's a good time, and I feel like it brings out the competitor in me, and you get to go out there and try to win, which is always fun versus just a regular casual round like the usual are.
All right, Nabil, good luck tomorrow.
All right,
Play
appreciate
well.
it. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back to the Post Birdie Podcast. Katie Sylvester from G Flight joining me. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Yeah.
Tell me about your round today.
Oh my gosh. The greens are really fast, so I struggled so much with it. I looked at a bunch of pars, looked at a couple birdies, and still free putt like almost everything. So I was really frustrated.
Golf will do that to you.
Yeah.
What went well today?
My long shots were all pretty good off the tee. I had a couple of drives that were about 210, 220, so that made me feel really good. Just picked up a new hybrid last weekend. I was hitting that really well too. So the long shot, I was getting to the holes just fine. It was all greens that messed me up.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from originally?
I grew up in Moni. I've been working in Crete, living in Crete for about 15 years, and just moved to Cedar Lake, Indiana.
Oh, very cool.
Mhm.
So what do you do?
I'm an optician. I own a small eye doctor's practice, have a partner, and make glasses for a living.
You don't play golf for a living?
Oh, I wish I did.
All of us have to have a real job so we can come play.
Yeah, I
Golf
have to
weekend
shoot
tour.
much better in order to do that. So yeah.
How long have you been involved in golf week?
This will be my second year.
And have you won an event yet?
No. My whole goal usually is please don't come in last.
I know that feeling. I played Champ Flight for a couple of years, and I finished DFL on at least half the events.
That was my goal today, was no DFL, but tomorrow's another day, and now I know the greens, so it'll be much better.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the score tomorrow that is your goal score?
96, 97, because there's no reason I shouldn't be able to do it now that I fixed my putting. So
Ah, there you go.
I mean, it's not that low of a number, but for me, it's reachable, and I like to stay reasonable.
Well, thank you for joining me tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back to the Post Birdie podcast. Current A flight points leader, Matt Fricali. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, sir.
Tell me about your round today.
Bit of up and downs. We ended up with a 84, so not what we wanted, but had 2 birdies out there that were nice, and couple holes that just got away from me, and triple max saved me on a few, but that's why it's a 2-day. Got tomorrow.
That's why it's a 2-day.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Here's the question of the day. I've asked this to a bunch of people.
All right.
What did you pull on 11 on the tee? You hit driver? Did you hit it over?
Yeah, hit it over. I got lucky though, because I actually pulled the drive a little bit, and I was close to the water on the left, but I was past it enough. But yeah, sadly, I take the driver out too much.
The funny thing is, everybody has said they pulled driver, or for the most part, and said they got lucky. So it probably wasn't luck. It was probably the play. I hit 4-iron, ended up on that blue mark out there, the 200 mark.
Yeah.
I ended up basically right on the plate. Hit 4-iron, 5-iron into the green.
And what'd you get?
Oh, I ended up in the left bunker and didn't get up and down. So I made both.
Well, I made double. Because I sailed. So here was my real dart of the day: the lift clean in place in the rough. I was doing it, and then you get sailing lines.
Yep.
I flew over 4 greens today because of that, and I did not tell myself to stop doing it. So I just kept doing it because I felt like I lose an advantage if you don't lift clean in place.
You can tee it up a little bit, and all of a sudden you catch flyers, and that 170 shot goes 185, and all of a sudden those greens are sloped forward.
On a course like this, like if you're behind the green, trying to chip up, you're screwed.
You can't be over the green, that's for sure.
Yeah. So that was the killer today. But
well, Matt, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Originally Dallas, 18 years in Dallas, and then moved to Chicago in 2020. So during the pandemic, been here ever since.
And what do you do in Chicago?
I sell candy. So I work for a candy company. I work in business intelligence for Ferrara, and we have brands like Nerds, Lappy Taffy, Sweet Tarts, things like that, and study the competition, the trends, and look at who's buying what.
And my daughter would love you. She loves Nerds.
Gummy clusters, ropes,
like all of it.
All right.
If it's sugar, she loves it.
I'll bring some Nerds. I'll bring some Nerds tomorrow.
Well, you're currently in the points lead in Chicago. What's the plan for the summer?
So the plan right now is to play a couple regionals. I think I'm going to go down to the Ozarks one. So that's one.
I'll be down there with
you. Play some more golf. I just moved to Old Town recently, so hang out at the beach, and I play Cindy Maravitz every Tuesday morning, and that's kind of the summer plans. There's a lot of golf and maybe some points. It's a battle. Your name's right up there as well.
My name's up there only because I play more tournaments than everybody
Well, that's
else.
why my name's up there too.
Yeah. right now, as we sit in Chicago, you're the only A flighter in Chicago that's won a tournament.
That's right.
Brandon won 2 tournaments. We kicked him up to
He
champ
got the
flight.
champ.
Marcus comes down from Michigan, wins both of them in South Bend.
I didn't realize that.
And then the other one was Thunderhawk, and somebody from Milwaukee
Won it.
won Thunderhawk. So you're the only one from the Chicago A flight that has won a title this year. And you didn't even win it in Chicago.
It wasn't in Chicago. I've never won in the state of Illinois. I've
Oh, there
won
you
4
go.
tournaments in Golf Week, and they've all been either South Carolina was this year, Illinois, or Michigan, Wisconsin, and Indiana.
The fact that you don't know my little fact
That's
means
wild.
you haven't been watching my podcast.
I need to watch.
You need to watch the podcast, Post Birdie Pod.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna watch.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Good
I
luck.
appreciate it.
Play well.
Likewise. I'm gonna bring some nerds. Thank you, sir.
Welcome back to the Post Birdie Podcast. Here with me, John
Philanthropist.
Philantris.
sir.
John Flanders, apparently.
Formally, no. Philanthropist. Yes, sir.
What was that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you for joining me tonight. What flight are you?
D flight.
D flight. How'd you play today?
Shot a 94. So I'm about 7 back from the lead.
94 in D flight's not a bad score. However, if you're 7 back from the lead, somebody played really well today.
Remus. Yeah, Remus did a great job today. I got to play with him. He was my car partner, and he was just striping it. So just trying to keep up.
I have this theory: 75 for champ flight, 80 for A flight, 85, 90, and 95 for D flight. And if you shoot 95, 95, you'll be right in it.
Yeah, you can't lose it on the first day unless you're putting triple figures.
That's just it. That's just it. You cannot lose it on the first day, or you can't win it on the first day, but you can definitely lose it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So last year, I got to play, and I was 7 back last year, and I was able to come back. So I just need Remus to fall back a little bit, maybe lean on him for a couple holes.
It's hard to put together back-to-back good rounds.
It is.
Even the pros, they'll shoot 63 one day
Absolutely.
and come back and shoot 69,
Yes,
70
sir.
the next day.
Yeah,
So
you just gotta be patient. Play your game.
tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from originally?
I'm in Arlington Heights right now, so representing the Chicago area. Grew up in Lake Zurich, so Arlington Heights for the past let's say 15 years, and it's been great location, and especially since I've been able to join the tour, I think it's a great location to be able to hit as many of the Chicagoland, events.
Very cool. How long you been in Golf Week?
So this is my 2nd year. My older brother Nick golfs in Arizona Golf Week Amateur Tour with his son Brendan. They're doing pretty good out there. Just trying to keep up with them. But I won the major last year at Silver Lake, and just trying to put something presentable tomorrow. So
So what do you do for work?
I work for State Farm. I'm a claims adjuster.
Oh, very cool.
So do property. So if you see me, usually something bad happened. So not selling policies, just adjusting and writing estimates and trying to make you whole again.
Oh, it's always appreciated.
Yeah.
So what's the plan for the summer? Are we playing regionals?
I'm going to Deer Run. Absolutely. And I'll be meeting my brother Nick there. He's going to be flying in as well. And I think he's sea flight. And his son is sea flight as well. But I'll try to do, hold my own in the D flight.
Have you played Deer Run before?
Never. It's going to be a treat.
Played there a couple of years ago, right after. We played there the Tuesday after the tournament. So they still had all the stands up.
Greens.
The greens actually had slowed down tremendously by Tuesday. The rough was awful. You hit it 6 inches off the fairway, and you might not find your ball.
I love it.
All right, John. Well, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining me.
Trying to defend, man. Have a good one. Nice meeting you.
Welcome back to the Post Birdie Podcast. With me, Mason Schultz. We were just talking about this. There's only been one person who has won an A flight in Chicago that is currently in A flight, Matt Fricali, and he did not even win in Chicago. Mason, the winner of 2 of the first 3 events in Chicago, no longer in A flight. It's now Mason Schultz Champ Flight.
Yes. I've been playing some good golf lately. Finally getting a little bit of confidence in the game, which is surprising. But yeah, I've been playing well enough that I got the upgrade and the promotion to the Champ Flight. So I don't know if I'll be in the winner's circle again here this summer, but definitely excited for that.
Tell me about your round today.
It was a long round out there today. Really hot, really muggy, but fighting through it, just trying to honestly just make pars wherever I could. I felt like they were just trying to get you anytime they could.
What did you end up shooting?
I believe I shot 8 over, 7 over, which was 78 out there with the par 71. So able to put it together, but I'm hoping round 2 has a little bit more in store for me.
You'll have to shoot better than 78 and Champ Flight to get it done.
Yes, I will.
I played Champ Flight for a couple of years, and I got tired of shooting 78 and finishing 6 shots out. So I moved back to A Flight. When I first joined Champ Flight, it wasn't anywhere near as deep as it is now. And then we got a couple of people in there that could really play, and I'm like, I need to go back to A Flight. So.
Absolutely. No, but honestly, I'm really excited to play with some of those really good golfers. Hopefully, it'll help my game a little bit, see what they're doing that works, and see if I can't replicate it a little bit.
Well, Mason, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where'd you grow up?
Grew up in Cleveland. Just kind of a Midwest kid. Moved around a little bit my whole life. Went to school just outside of Detroit, college in Ohio, and then back to Chicago ever since.
Cleveland. Are you a Cleveland Indians / Guardians fan?
I am.
So
Yes.
how did 2016, were you living in Chicago in 2016?
I was at college, and a lot of my friends were either from Cleveland or Chicago. So we had a pretty good rivalry going during that series. I am not happy about it, but it was a good series.
And what do you do for work?
I'm in sales. I sell toilet paper. The company I work for sells like janitorial supplies, soap, sanitizer, toilet paper, stuff like that.
Toilet paper kind of sells itself.
Yes, it does.
It's something that you need.
Yes, sir. It is recession proof. It's helped me start my career, and hopefully it's gonna treat me well for years to come.
What do we have planned for the summer as far as tournaments go?
For this tournaments, I am really looking forward to the Fire Lake Deer Run weekend. That's going to be awesome. I need to pay tonight. I registered, but I got to pay for that, and then I got a few other ones on the calendar for the summer, but just trying to play anywhere I can.
Very nice. Well, Mason, thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much.